Buonasera, benvenuti a questa puntata di Tiki Shakespeare. Oggi incollatevi immediatamente al divano perché affronteremo un argomento molto importante, ovvero l'opera Un sogno di una notte di mezz'estate di William Shakespeare. Ma prima di affrontare ciò, presentiamo i nostri ospiti speciali. Qui con noi abbiamo Melissa Satta.
Hello.
Antonio Cassano Guagliò.
Sarah, good evening.
E Eleonora Boy qui con noi.
Hi.
Come avete sentito, i nostri ospiti speciali sono strettamente inglesi e quindi noi saremo obbligati a parlare in inglese. So we are going to see a brief introduction about the play Midsummer Night's Dream, regia di Albert Maria.
A Midsummer Night's Dream is a comedy about four Athenians, two men and two women. At first, both men, Lysander and Demetrius, love Hermia. She only loves Lysander, though, and wants nothing to do with Demetrius. The other woman, Helena, loves Demetrius, but of course he doesn't love her. The real confusion in the play starts when a fairy named Robin Goodfellow uses magic to try to make Demetrius love Helena back. Only he gets the wrong guy. He makes Lysander fall in love with Helena. He tries to fix the mess and does make Demetrius fall in love with Helena, but now both of the men love Helena and neither loves Hermia. Almost everyone is miserable until Robin finally resolves the mix-up and the four Athenians pair off into couples, making everyone happy. The play starts with Theseus, the Duke of Athens, telling his master of ceremonies to get the city ready for his upcoming wedding to Hippolyta, the queen of the Amazons. Aegeus, a nobleman, complains to Theseus because his daughter Hermia insists on loving Lysander instead of Demetrius, the man he wants her to marry. Hermia says she can't marry Demetrius. She'd rather die than marry anyone but Lysander. Lysander points out that Demetrius used to like another woman named Helena, who's still in love with him. Theseus says Hermia has to obey her father, otherwise her choices are to die or become a nun. Hermia and Lysander decide to run away from Athens, so they can be together. Helena comes in and complains about how Demetrius loves Hermia instead of her. Hermia and Lysander tell her it's okay, they're running away tonight. Helena decides to tell Demetrius where they are going just so she can have a chance to see him. Some laborers get together to plan a play that they hope to perform at Theseus' wedding. Bottom the Weaver is especially enthusiastic about playing the lead part. He's ignorant and comical, but the other laborers look to him as their leader in the forest. Oberon and Titania, the king and queen of the fairies, are having a fight because Oberon wants Titania to give him a changeling boy, and she won't do it. A changeling is a child that the fairies have stolen and replaced with a fake child. To get revenge on Titania, Oberon sends a fairy named Robin Goodfellow to fetch a flower with magic properties. When Oberon puts the flower juice on Titania's eyes, she's falling in love with the next creature she sees, whatever it is. Robin is the type of mischievous fairy called the Puck. Helena had come through the forest following Demetrius. He's looking for Hermia and Lysander so he can stop them from eloping, and she is just following him. He keeps telling her to get lost. He doesn't like her and she's annoyed, but she won't stop following. Oberon sees all this, and when Robin brings him the flower, he tells him to take some of the juice, go and find a young Athenian man in the forest and make him love the woman who's chasing him. Oberon squeezes the juice on Titania's eyes as she sleeps. Hermia and Lysander come in and lie down to sleep a little apart from each other. Robin comes in and puts the juice on Lysander's eyes instead of Demetrius. Demetrius comes running to disgrace, trying to get away from Helena. She can't keep up with him, but she discovers Lysander sleeping on the ground, and Lysander jumps up and says he loves her. Lysander keeps insisting he's in love with her, but she thinks he's mocking her and telling him to stop, then leaves, with him following. Hermia wakes up and finds him gone and goes off to search for him. The next morning, the laborers come to the same spot in the woods to practice their play, where Robin hides and watches them. Bottom goes into the woods to wait for his cue, and when he returns, Robin has given him an accent. Titania wakes up and sees Bottom is the first thing she sees. She falls in love with him. She says he has to stay in the woods where her fairies will wait for him. Robin and Oberon discuss how their tricks are going, and Hermia comes in pursued by Demetrius. She's still looking for Lysander and she thinks Demetrius must have killed him. Oberon tells Robin he messed up because he didn't make Demetrius love Helena. Hermia storms off angrily and Demetrius sleeps. Oberon sends Robin to go to find Helena, then he puts the love juice in Demetrius' eyes. Lysander and Helena come into the glade. He's still telling her he loves her, and she's still trying to get him to leave her alone. Demetrius wakes up, sees her, and falls in love. Now Lysander and Demetrius both love Helena, and she thinks they're ganging up to make fun of her, while they start bickering about which one really loves her. Hermia comes in, and Lysander tells her that he doesn't love her anymore. Hermia is shocked, and Helena thinks Hermia is a part of the conspiracy to make fun of her. Hermia gets angry at Helena for stealing her man, and Lysander holds Hermia back so she can't attack Helena. Then Demetrius and Lysander decide they have to settle things in a duel. They wind up going off in the forest for find a place to fight, and Helena runs away from Hermia because she's afraid of her, and Hermia wanders off too. Robin tells Robin to fix what he's done, so he imitates Demetrius and Lysander's voice to lead them apart in the wood until they are hopelessly lost and they lie down to sleep. By this point, they are near each other but don't know it. He leads Helena and Hermia into the same spot too, so they are all asleep. Robin puts another flower juice into Lysander's eyes to make away the effect of the love juice. Titania lies down to sleep with Bottom in the same place. Oberon tells Robin how she gave him the changeling and he thinks he's punished her enough. Oberon gives Titania an antidote and wakes her up, and she can't understand why she never liked Bottom. Robin takes off Bottom's acid and the fairies do a dance. Theseus comes into the fair glade with Hippolyta and his lords on a hunt that makes the lovers wake up. Lysander explains how he was running with Hermia, and Demetrius says he loves Helena and now he just still wants Hermia to marry Demetrius, but Theseus overrides him and says the couple will get married with him. Theseus let the women perform their play for it after the wedding.
First of all, let's talk about the playwright, who is Shakespeare, Eleonora. Come on guys, wake up, Eleonora!
Oh, sorry.
Questi mi sa che non riesco a capire niente. Al dunque. So, Eleanor boys, who is Shakespeare?
William Shakespeare was an English playwright, a poet, and an actor. He wrote 37 plays and 2 long poems in his lifetime. He was born in April 1564 in Stratford-upon-Avon, and in 1584 he left Stratford and went to London. In 1593 the London theatres were closed because of the plague, and when the theatres reopened, Shakespeare became a shareholder and the main playwright of the most successful company of actors in London, the Lord Chamberlain's Men. His plays are of different kinds. There are histories, tragedies, and comedies. These plays are the best known in English literature and are studied in school around the world. Shakespeare wrote his work between about 1590 and 1613. Shakespeare has been credited for adding new words and phrases to the English language and for adding some words more popular. He died in 1616 when he was 52 years old.
Oh, interesting. Anything else?
The mysterious and magical atmosphere of the woods is the perfect setting for a play about love. Shakespeare's language in the play contains a mixture of lyric, poetry, song and prose. This contributes to the atmosphere of fantasy and romance.
So, is the title strictly connected to the play and its atmosphere? Melissa Satta.
Well, hi everybody. Let's say that the title suggests an atmosphere of fantasy and imagination, which is a pretty accurate description of the woods, the magical woods in which the play takes place. And let's also say that the title captures the festive vibes that we find in the play due to parties, fairies and magic.
Camera, eyes on me. Lights, please. So, let's end up with the main themes of the play.
In my opinion, the dominant theme is love, a subject to which Shakespeare returns constantly in his comedies.
Well, I think you're right, because Shakespeare tends to explore how people tend to fall in love with each other and with the beauty that appears. But in my opinion, another theme could be the difference between appearance and reality, because most of the play is set under the light of the moon. So the moon changes the appearance of what it illuminates, but a dream is a part of the play, so dreams aren't real. Dreams is what we imagine, so this tends to give to the play an
Yes.
atmosphere of not reality, well, do you have something else to add?
Well, Melissa, I have to say that there is another important theme in this play. Animals.
Of course.
Animal images also appear many times in the play. They remind us of the wildness of the woods. But this is a comedy. These dangers are not really...
Threatening.
Yes. The animal references are only conventional. In fact, the physical animal encountered by the characters is the less than a half us.
Yes, for
Nick
example,
Bottom.
yeah, bottom, of course. I think we're done with the themes. These are the main themes, so
Yes.
we're good.
Oh, Button, you have changed. What have you got on your head?
What do you think I've got on my head? You are acting like an ass, don't you think?
Oh, Bottom, God bless you, you've been changed!
I see what they are up to. They want to make an ass of me to scare me if they can, but I won't leave this spot no matter what they do. I'll walk up and down and sing a song, so they'll know I'm not afraid. What? Titania!
What an angel is this who's waking me up from this bed of flower smell? Oh, sorry, us.
Thanks to our special guest, per oggi è tutto, ci rivedremo la prossima settimana con Tiki Shakespeare.
Dai, Maiga!
Impegnati?
Ottimo, ragazzi.
Ma io non la so negare a me stessa adesso.
Buonasera. Oggi... Buonasera a tutti. Questa sera su Tiki Shakespeare affronteremo Questa sera incollatevi al divano perché avremo e affronteremo un argomento importante, una notte di mezza estate di William Shakespeare.
Porco Zeus. And what do you think?
Non è che ho ricordato quello che hai detto.
No. These are the main themes, so
Yes.
we're good.
To scare me if they can, but it's not not.
But I won't leave. No, che
Ma io...
The way I sing in the way. Boh.
L'hai fatto questo, vero?
I sing. Tania!